Hola Mexico, Dr. Joe Dispenza here. I wanted to take a moment and let you know that I'll be in your country on April 22nd through 24th doing a progressive workshop in Mexico City. You go from somebody to nobody. The progressive workshops are an opportunity for you to retreat from your life for just a few days and to remove the constant stimulation in your external environment that reminds you of who you think you are as a personality. To separate yourself from the people you know and the places you go and the things that you do in order for you to learn some vital information about possibility. And I think when you blend quantum physics with neuroscience and the concepts of neuroplasticity and neuroendocrinology with a little bit of understanding of psychoneuroimmunology and epigenetics, even though those words sound intimidating, our students are able to comprehend that when you put all that together, we're speaking about possibility. And it's enough to understand the information intellectually, but I think this is a time in history where we have to begin to apply it, to begin to experience the truth of our efforts, to take that philosophy and to begin to initiate it, to do something with it. And if you do it properly, you have some type of transformative experience, and that's what we want for our people. So in our progressive workshops, we're going to teach people how to find what we call the sweet spot of the generous present moment. We also teach people that 95% of who they are by the time they're 35 years old is a set of memorized behaviors, emotional reactions, beliefs, perceptions, and attitudes that function like a subconscious computer program. In other words, if you keep doing something over and over again, the body knows how to do it better than the brain. So a lot of our emotions and our habits, a lot of our implicit memories are stored in the body. So there's got to be a way to pull the mind out of the body and begin to liberate that energy. Once you pull the mind out of the body, you'll learn how to recondition the body to a new mind. And if you do that properly, now your brain and body are no longer living in the past, but now they're living in some future reality that you're about to experience. In other words, there'll be biological changes, genetic changes, by the time you leave the event. Also, we teach students that there are energy centers in their body, centers of information. And each one of these centers has hormonal centers, as well as small little brains, little plexuses of neurons that communicate with cells and tissues and organs. And that when you're living by stress and you're living by the hormones of survival, these centers move out of balance and the autonomic nervous system is compromised. And that when you begin to rest your attention in each one of these centers and bless them for the greatest good, you're able to produce autonomic changes that begin to change your brain and body as well. You'll learn how to do that. And finally, I will be showing some of the latest research that we have done in the last 2.5 years, that we have made scientific history in studying common people just like you doing the uncommon, to inspire you that you have all the tools within you to make measurable changes in your life. So if you come to this event, we'll be sending you a complimentary intensive workshop. And the intensive workshop is 8 hours of good content with a meditation at the end for you to practice. It's complimentary, and we feel that if you watch it before you come, you'll be able to slip into the meditations a lot easier. If you can read Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, or You Are the Placebo, or even just get familiar with some of my work, it'll help you to ease into the workshop. So everything you'll be learning at a progressive workshop will be tools for you to apply to your life. Nothing that you'll be learning will be left to conjecture, superstition, or dogma. You will understand exactly what you're doing and why. This is a time in history where it's not enough to know. This is a time in history to know how. So I invite you to come to the Progressive Workshop, and I hope to see you there.